I think it's a no-brainer. We're gonna get Hisuian evolutions for Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Oshawott. Hey everyone, it's Dusty Go-Go. Welcome back to my headcanon. It has been confirmed that Pokemon Legends Arceus will include new regional variants for this old ancestral Sinnoh region. Today, we are going to talk about the inevitable. Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott will evolve into Hisui Forms. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. This is the #1 place for Pokemon rumors, speculation, and celebration. The Pokemon Company is very strategic with what they show us. We've had 2 trailers so far, and they were deliberate with showing us what the starter Pokemon were gonna be. That was a statement that's never been done before, where we get 3 mismatched starters all together in a new region, and it was exciting. A lot of people got excited. I got excited. I still can't make up my mind whether I want Oshawott or Cyndaquil. And it struck me that they have not shown the final forms yet. They haven't even showed the middle evolutions yet. We don't know if Quilava is gonna be in this game. So today what we're gonna do is talk about something that I've been thinking about forever. It's something that a lot of people have been talking about online. I wanted to start a forum for discussion about what we could see in Pokemon Legends Arceus. 100% we are getting regional evolutions. But what kind of evolutions? Rowlet, Dartrix, and Decidueye all are based on an Archer-type character. This starter Pokemon will utilize ranged combat, and specifically the new Agile style that's introduced in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Oshawott, Duat, and Samurott are all based on the Swordsman, a samurai. This starter will utilize close-ranged combat. I predict it will also utilize the new Strong style. Now, the Cyndaquil line is a bit of a wild card. I think the Cyndaquil line will be mixed, utilizing close range and distance fighting. I can see Typhlosion utilizing both agile and strong forms of combat, using its flamethrower to fight at a distance while using Flame Wheel and Slash up close. Like a true RPG, the starter you choose in the beginning of the game will impact the rest of your journey. Choose your player. Let's start with Rowlet. We've got this one design. It's not Decidueye, it is Coyote. It's a grass and dark type. It remains as an archer, which I do think is gonna be the trajectory of a Rowlet evolution. This thing is agile. I don't like that it's using its foot. I don't think it actually needs to use its foot. I love this design. It's a little bit more agile looking. Somehow it looks more like a human, but more like a bird. It looks as though it's wearing an ancient robe or maybe a kimono even. The headpiece is a nice touch as well. I think this would be a great starter. This would actually make me want to use Rowlet. For whatever reason, I just think Decidueye is too goofy looking. It's a ghost type. You would think it'd be a little bit more spooky. This next design is cool. It almost doesn't look like an archer. It actually looks like it has a spear, or maybe it throws darts or throws spears. That's what this looks like to me. The crest of its head appears like an arrowhead, so it still has that theme. It looks a lot bulkier, a lot stronger, maybe a little bit slower, but it looks like it still looks like it would put up a fight. Not my favorite design. I really love that first one. Like I said, I do think Decidueye does have the right design concept for this region. I think archery is what you want. The 3 options that players should be able to choose from: long distance, close distance, and then hand-to-hand combat. I've seen a lot of ancestral forms of Typhlosion where it's like a mega form almost. It just erupts with energy. But this is a design that I have not seen before. It's called Shino Burst, or Shino Burst is what the artist has dubbed this Pokemon as. I think it's cool. It's doing like Naruto hand gestures, and it's got these ghostly spirits around it, and the spirits they're pointed. They look like bombs almost. They're just like ever-existing Will-O-Wisp. And I think this design is sleek, it looks powerful. It still looks like a true evolution of Quilava. And I also don't think Ghost type, this fire Ghost type, is out of the realm of possibilities. Decidueye is a Ghost type. It is a Ghost type, so even if they can the Ghost type on Decidueye, why could Typhlosion not have that Ghost type? This next one is not what I think the Pokemon Company is going to go for, but I do think it's a great design. It's another fire Ghost type. This one is a little bit more into meditation. It's floating on a cloud. It doesn't really show me that this thing is ready for combat. It seems to be some sort of spellcaster, but it's not what I expect to actually be implemented into Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's a really cool design, it really is. I like these little hot spots all over its body. They might just be spots, but I imagine that they're kind of like Pikachu's red cheeks, how those contract electricity. I like to think that those are hot spots. You touch them, you burn yourself, and then that would mean it's almost like a method of self-defense. while it's in its meditation stance, casting spells. If something tries to attack it head on, they would get burned. This next design though, this thing makes me go evil. Fire dragon type. It's called Tenruptra. That's what this thing is called. I seriously love this so much. It looks like Typhlosion. I think it could do without the rope around its body. I do think it could do without the rope on its body. It almost envelops this like Eastern dragon body shape where it's just like super elongated, and it makes sense with Quilava. I mean, Quilava is based on like a ferret. This thing looks so mean, so draconic. I would love to play with one of these on my team, and it just has this like ancient energy to it. I love this. It is kind of weird seeing a tail on Typhlosion, I will say. This Pokemon is awake and angry. Next up, we have my boy Oshawott, and what its final evolution could be. We have Nobanatter. This is a total berserker warrior, double aqua blades. It looks like, so it's got a ton of facial hair in classic samurai fashion, but it remains on two legs. This thing would be slow, and these swords almost look like they're made out of just like magical water energy, which is a cool design because I think it is kind of goofy. Things like Rillaboom, like it had this massive drum set. It should have just drummed on like a wooden belly. That would make it look like a character but still remaining animalistic. This thing is cool because it looks like it just takes off something off its arm and then it turns in kind of like a lightsaber. It just turns on water. This design is badass. It's water dark type. It's definitely evil. Continuing, we can see that every single artist is in tandem. This Pokemon will have a sword. Whatever Pokemon it ends up being, whatever type it's going to be, it's going to have a sword. This artist chose to give this a water fighting type, which I think totally makes sense. This Pokemon is taking inspiration from different things. This Pokemon visually looks a little bit more unique. It remains as thin as a Duat, but it's got this wide stance. You know when the samurai takes out the katana and just finishes someone? That's the stance that this Pokemon is in. Highly desirable. I would want this Pokemon on my team. This next one looks like a Star Wars character. It's got the goofiest hat, but I love, so it's got its whiskers, and then it's got a bushel of hair sticking out the back. Again, this Pokemon is equipped with a sword. It's sheathed on its body. It looks like it looks like the sword was created from shells. I love this design so much. And again, it's as small as Duat. This thing looks fast. Oh, and it's a water rock type. This Pokemon is made up of the shells around its body. Again, this natural progression of evolution looks so organic. I love this. Next, we have two more water fighting type evolutions for Oshawott and Duat. This one, again, has the man bun. However, he looks highly more powerful, almost like a fencer. I'm getting European vibes. He's got a single sword, a broadsword. Yeah, this guy is like a knight. Instead of being a samurai. This guy is like Jaime Lannister when he had hands. The shell is huge, and there's more shells all over his body as defense. I imagine this thing is highly defended, and he sheaths his sword on his back like Cloud Strife. This 100% is my favorite design for an Oshawott evolution. If this is real, the debate is over. I don't want Cyndaquil, I want Oshawott. The debate is over. Another great design is by Max Fakemon. This one is water fighting type, and I had to include it because it looked so different. Instead of being burly as a burly swordsman, this one looks more like a fencer. He's got these like highly developed legs with armor attached to him. You can see he's been cut up on his chest. And I gotta give it props for these beautiful whiskers. He's got these beautiful whiskers. That's a good boy. This game cannot come soon enough. Tell me in the comments which starter Pokemon you're choosing for Pokemon Legends Arceus. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck hunting.